If there is hello, good evening. If there is because some people they will be writing on this now. I need to be saying it. If they write hello, hello, welcome friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, welcome. Drop message if you are online. Hello, Saniki, Gaye, you are welcome. Please drop a hi if you are connected, if you are watching. All right, guys, welcome to my live. Are you there? Welcome to my live. Today we are going to be discussing how to cope in a long distance relationship. Please, if you have any question, please drop it in the chat. Coping in a long distance relationship. Hello, Guinea cat. Thank you for joining. So first of all, I would like us to know the meaning of long distance relationship, at least from a dictionary. Distance relationship or marriage refers to a romantic or a marital partnership where the two individuals involved are physically separated by a significant distance. The significant distance is not just I'm staying here and another person staying at the back of my house. It means by a significant distance. This separation could be due to a various reasons such as work, education, or other commitments, making it necessary for them to maintain their connections and relationship from afar through communication or occasional visits. Are you guys there? Ginika, I can see you. Thank you. So I want to give us like 10 to 15 ways in which we can cope. If you also have any ways that you know or that has worked. Number one is open communication. You communicate regularly with your partner, with your guy or with your husband. You tell the person your feelings, express how you feel. It is to a strong connection. Oh, I can remember when my husband would travel, when I would be alone. So each other, night you call each other. So you schedule, you kind of set up a regular video calls or phone calls to stimulate face-to-face interaction. Hi Lola, Lola, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning. Lola, we are discussing ways one can cope in a long distance relationship or marriage. Have you been in any long distance relationship, Lola? If you've been, you tell us how you coped or how you have coped. Number 3 is trust. You kind of build trust and maintain trust by being transparent and being honest with each other. Enjoy. You don't try to hide things. If Even if the person asks you any question, don't take it too personal. You try and let the person understand why this is that. And number 4 is you share your goals. You share your goals. You set goals together. Goals like having future plans together. Maybe goals like in the next 2 years, you want to achieve this. Hi, Carlos. Hi. Greetings. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Saniki, are you still here? Number 5 way in which one can cope in a long distance relationship is quality time. Guys, please pardon me. This is my first time of going live. So if there is any mistake or something, please you help me point it out. Number 5 ways in which one can cope in a long distance relationship is quality time. Like you make the most of the time you have together, even if it is virtual, by engaging in a meaningful conversation. You try and have time for each other. You always try and have time for each other. This time, everybody have 24 hours in a day. So it's you that will squeeze out time. You know the things that you can do later to have time for your partner, especially when you are in a long distance relationship. We are moving down to number 6. The number 6 point is surprise gesture. Surprise gestures. You send surprise gifts. You send letters. You send messages to keep the romance alive. Even when you are when you are not in a long distance relationship, even sometimes when husband has work or wife has gone to work, you drop a message, a surprise message. It can be something as common as you just cross my mind. I say, let me know how you're doing. It can be something as common as I love you or whatever. Just those kind of things. And the next point is technology. Technology. You utilize apps and platforms designed for long distance relationships to stay connected. We have many apps one can use, especially those that are many apps that are out there one can use. We have something that is called couple game. We have something that is called without. We have rave. We have between. We have love nudge. All these apps are out there for us to utilize, especially when you are far apart from your partner. Another point is, this is number 8, is visit plans. Like you guys kind of plan on that she will visit and so maybe during anniversaries or maybe during what's it called, Lovers Day or Christmas, whatever you plan visit. So this you can have something to look towards for. I be to look forward. The number nine is time zones. Time zones. You be aware of the time zone differences and find ways to accommodate each other's schedule. I might be here and you are there. Our time zones are not the same. You kind of try to know the time zones of each other so that there won't be a misunderstanding somewhere. Sorry. Please help me drop hi once I are connected. Are you here? And help me click on the like button. Give me thumbs up. Okay. The next point is physical. The next point is communication tools. Communication tools. You use a variety of communications methods like texting, video calls, and voice messages. Hello, OG. OG, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? OG, we are talking about ways in which one can cope in a long distance relationship. So I'm on my number 10 point. I've been about 11 points. So have you been in a long distance relationship before? And how did you cope? If you have been, please share with us how you cope, how you made it work. I'm fine, OG. Thank you so much for supporting. I really appreciate. Number 11 is communication tools. You use a variety of communication methods like texting, video calls, and voice messages. I think that this video call is very essential. I always try to do video calls every day to see each other's faces. It's very essential. The next point is avoid jealousy. Avoid jealousy with everything in you. Anyhow you can avoid jealousy, you try and avoid jealousy. You try to trust each other and avoid unnecessary jealousy. Thank you, OG. Ginika, are you still here? Lola, hope you are still here. The next point is surprise visits. You plan occasional surprise visits. Hello guys, please give me thumbs up. The number 14 point is you celebrate milestones. You mark anniversaries. You mark birthdays and special occasions even from afar. It is doable. We are living in a jet world now. Everything is doable. You try to celebrate each other's birthdays. You mark anniversary together even from afar. You guys can even pray together. You set time for that and wake up in the morning. You can call your partner from afar. You pray together. And the 15th point is patience. Patience. Understand that challenges will arise and that it takes patience to navigate them successfully. Hi, Nana. Nana, welcome. Nana, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Stephen. Stephen, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We are discussing ways in which one can cope in a long distance relationship or marriage. So, have you guys been in a long distance relationship before? If you have been, please would you mind sharing with us what helped you to pull through, or marriage? So share with us what helped you to pull through. So, and another thing one should also have in mind is that every relationship, they are unique. What works for me might not work for you. What works for A might not work for B, and what works for B might not work for C. So you have to find the best coping strategies that will work for you and your partner. Hello, Nan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? How are you guys doing today? So, moving on. I'm still expecting one person to tell us what really helped him or her in his or her long distance relationship. Like I said, I've been there before when my husband would travel and I'll be left alone. What actually helped was most of the time was video calls. It's really kept us going. So that was what actually worked for me. But another thing might be what that will work for another person. And another point is you try and be confident. You will be sure to trust and have confidence in your partner, because a lack of confidence can lead to insecurity in your relationship. And this may actually, we are encouraging calls, but if you now keep calling often and on, often and on, often and on, it might look as if you don't even trust the person anymore. So, in as much as you are expected to call, you should also try and make it, let it be moderate. Don't go about checking on each other too much. That's how I feel. But if it works for you, that's okay. And another point is you try and have schedule and stick to it. You set boundaries. You set boundaries, like you make your partner, you carry your partner along. You make your partner be aware of things that make you feel uncomfortable, threatened, or insecure in the relationship. You kind of set some rules and boundaries, and you always try to keep it in mind to always follow them strictly, to always follow the boundaries strictly. Be verbally, how would I put it, verbal assurance. Just like any other relationship, even in marriage, even in siblings and siblings day-to-day life, at some point doubt or insecurity might come in, or even jealousy can creep in. They are always so high in a long distance relationship, like you be like, do I even know what that person is doing over there? Do I even know what she's doing over there? So you try to always remind each other that you're always here, nothing is happening, and all of that. Can I be seen? Oh, you guys are there. The next point is be committed to your relationship. Be sure and be certain that you are committed and plan to stay committed to your relationship to avoid wasting each other's time. And this applies to all relationships, especially those involved or planning to get involved in a long this like those that are planning to get married. Let me just use the word those that are planning to get married. Another point is you try doing things together. Like you necessarily don't have to be together to do some things that interest you guys together. Like you plan a film date and watch the same film at the same time over a video call. Yes, this is I can remember you even at some point did things like this. You watch video, you plan a film date, you watch same film at the same time, you play online games, you discuss news, you gossip, you talk about things there, you discuss how your day went, you discuss people you called, those that made you happy, those that made you angry. You you can even watch documentary on YouTube at the same time. You sing, play, Skype, video call, talk, do things together. Go online, shop together, and everything. There are things you can do together. They abound. Yes, you like to eat apple, OG. Hey, guys, you guys can also connect. You can support each other. You can connect to support each other. And if you have a link you want me to pin for you, you drop the link. You help me drop the link so that I will pin it. So moving on, I'm still waiting for somebody to share with us how to cope, what worked for you. Please, I want this to be an interactive one. I don't want to be the only one talking. Another thing one can do is to ask about each other's feelings. Ask about each other's feelings. Show your care and concern and your willingness to be there through it all. You ask questions. You ask questions. Don't be shy. Anything that disturbed you, you ask. Ask, how can I support you? Ask, what do you need? What is that thing you need most now that I can afford? You ask, how are you doing? How was work? at least with all these questions, even if the person is trying to hide sense away, the person somehow the person will open up. Wow, Ginika, thank you. You're still here. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I appreciate. So, moving on, the next point is you surprise one another with gifts. When you are not together physically, it's important to show your thoughtfulness in creative ways. Nothing is even too small. Nothing is too small. You might think that what's wristwatch? But it might mean a lot to the person. So you kind of support one another, surprise one another with gifts. So if you know that maybe by now he might be hungry, you can set a food rider or something. Nothing, all those little things they count. They matter a lot. Another thing is, if something feels off, you talk about it. Talk about it. Don't be shy. Don't always try to keep to yourself. Don't always try to say, let not be that I'm talking too much. Let not be that I complain a lot. Let not be that I ask questions a lot. If something has changed within the relationship, it's so much important that you begin to ask questions if you both are on the same page. You ask what has changed and what is different. So, sometimes your instinct might be telling you, who knows if there is someone else? Who knows? Who knows? If your instinct is telling you that, you ask. You ask. Being in a long distance relationship, it can. Hi, Nana, you're still here. Thank you. Thank you so much for staying put. Another point that will help very well is you prioritize each other. Long distance relationship is a whole lot of work. It takes work. It would work. And it's important that two of you work to make it right. So in that work, you have to prioritize one another. It's worth it. So if any of you, or if someone starts to distance, does not commit to plans, starts to withdraw, or does not talk anymore, it's just so important that both of you kind of, I don't even know the word to use for this particular thing, but you have to make it work. It's only when to agree that it would work from afar. Oji, do you have question? Nana, do you have question? Any question, please help drop it. And you guys should please click on the thumbs up. Give me a thumb up. Another point is self-reflect. Is so is so much important for each person in the relationship to be aware and reflect on what they need most, or what they need most in the relationship. So, like in other words, it's important to know yourself so you can tell your partner what is important to you and what you need to make the relationship work or what you need to strive well in the marriage from afar. You can also, you don't just have to place your happiness in another person's hands without giving them a roadmap to your heart. The person will know what you like and what you do not like for the person to be able to please you from afar. Another point, I've lost count actually, but another, you can help me drop some points. Another point is you cherish your moments. Cherish your moments. Even if it is a 1 minute, whatever, 1 minute call, 1 minute video call, 1 minute FaceTime section. Cherish it because it means a lot. Even if it's just a minute video call, it can be as meaningful as a dinner date because the person is fully present and right in front of you, regardless of how you, regardless of the distance, you try to live in the moment. Hello, G. Nana, are you still here? Ginika, are you still here? Guys, are you guys still here? You can drop link, drop link, drop link. If you have a link you want us to pin, you drop it in the comments. Another point is that you should always remember that you are a team. You are a team. This particular point is for those that are already married. Like, we are a team. Everything in your long distance marriage will feel slightly easier if you continue to remind yourself that you and your spouse are a team. Like, if you know that you're a team, you communicate as a team and you solve problem as a team. Despite the distance, I know that it's not easy, but just try and see yourselves as a team. Another point for married people, you make time for emotional intimacy. drop it in the comments. The way you are typing, you just drop the link. You go to any of your videos, you press and hold it down, it will copy the link, and then you come here and drop it. Okay, another is is there anywhere I can click that will enable you to drop it? You put me through if there is. So, like I was saying, you make time for emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is not to be ignored when you are in a long distance marriage. So you just kind of make a routine. You make a routine of testing. Maybe you make a routine of testing. Try to call each other before you go to bed. You always try to get emotionally connected at least few times in a week. At least few times in a week for couples, for those that are married. It's raining here. Oh. I hope you guys are hearing what I'm saying because the sound of the rain might be disturbing. If you are still hearing me, you drop yes. Are you hearing me? Hope you guys are hearing me. If you are hearing what I'm saying, hear me drop yes or hi in the comments. It's raining here. It's raining cat and dog. Okay. So any question or any suggestion from what I've said so far? Or if you have anything you would like to share with us, any. And the other, maybe I should also deviate a bit. I want to share with us some relationship date ideas that will also help to keep the spark alive. Some relationship date ideas that will help to life. You get competitive with online games. Just because you are not in the same room doesn't mean you can't each other at a game. You offer multiplayer options for free, so you can just connect and do a little competition. Another this idea is start a book club. Hope you guys know how it's been done. You start a book club. I know it can be challenging living in two different places for many reasons. One being that you have to do a lot of explaining about what's going on and all that. So, but you this book club stuff, you make you guys to have something in common to talk about when you are reading the same book. This is what it means to do a book club. You guys can read the same book. At the end of the reading, you come back to discuss, to talk about it and laugh and all that. That's it. You take a virtual vacation. That's the next point of the things you can do to keep the long distance relationship alive. You take a virtual vacation. Another point is you make a cocktails. Whether you two have to go to sip, whatever you guys like to go to sip together when you guys are together. You gather the ingredients at your different locations, at your different destinations, and you make it. Once you are done crafting the drinks, you have something delicious to enjoy while you talk. Another thing to do together to keep it alive is you prepare a meal together. Thank God there is something called Zoom, and there is also something called live video, FaceTime, and so on. You can make a date night happen no matter where you are. You can get to see each other. You can do stuffs no matter where you are. Just pick a time and date, then cook dinner. You cook breakfast, you make lunch, open up a bottle of wine or you buy your coke, chilled drink or whatever, and you dine together. But the hardest thing will be saying goodbye when it's time to to call it a day or to call it a night. Thanks for still being here. Thanks, I appreciate. Hello, Nana. Answer the question, please. You guys still stick around. We still have about 2 hours to go. Any point, you help us drop it in the comment section. Another thing that can keep relationship bubbling, that can keep long distance relationship alive is you play questions. But it's a great way to have something to discuss. You can ask random questions, a great way to connect with loved ones, to connect with your husband, to connect with fiancé and so on. Make it make it fun. Try to make it fun. Next point is you create vision boards. You create here, that's all right. Go look for one to buy. You create vision boards. Having mutual goals is very important for any relationship. So it's also important to spend some time creating vision boards from the comfort of your own homes. Then discuss them before hanging up for the night, before going out in the morning, before at any point you have time to for you guys to discuss, you discuss it. And you both can still listen to music or chat while you cut and craft via video call or Zoom. You sing together. That's the next point. You sing together. Hello, Kinika, are you still here? You sing your favorite song. It can be Christian song. It can be secular music. It can be your local whatever. Just sing together. You can even turn it to a kind of competition. Next point is you take funny online quiz together. Sorry. You can Google questions you ask each other. It can be fun. Just take online funny quiz together. Another point is you soak you plan a virtual date around. You plan a virtual date around your partner's favorite. It can be cooking, it can be eating, it can be playing basketball, it can be anything. You just plan a virtual date around your partner's favorite. You try and give one of their favorite activities a try. You work out together, a workout session. All this is they have to do with um video call, Zoom, FaceTime, and all that. You work out together, you sweat it out together, do jogging, do yoga together, you do sit ups and all that. You do stuff together. Another game you can play is Truth or Dare. Who likes this game? Truth or Dare. Do you guys love the game? Nana, do you like Nana? You're still here. Okay. Nan, don't mind me. Hope I pronounced it well. Nan, is it Nan? Did I pronounce it well? Oh, okay, Nan. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Do have a lovely night rest. Thank you so much. You play Truth or Dare. Do you like this game? It's one of my favorites. Truth or dare. I bet you to challenge your partner with a game or with this game this night. Abi, yes. Challenge your partner with this game this night. It's fun, fun, fun. Another thing is you treat yourself to a spa night. But it doesn't go out, so you can in your bathtub do something like make it foamy and all that. You treat yourself in a spa night. How many have I even mentioned? How many points? Okay. Any question? Any question, guys? Any question, guys? Okay, let's move back to how to cope in a long distance relationship. Another point is you try to stick to your meeting times whenever possible. It can be annoying that you guys say, okay, we'll meet today by 2, and you now miss it that day. Next day, okay, we'll meet today by 4, you miss it. If you keep missing out on dates like this, it can really be annoying. Being physically apart is already enough. Then don't come and add it with not always trying to meet up with the time, not always trying to keep to the time you guys said you will make calls, or the time you guys said that you will do video calls. So you try to prioritize your partner just as you would when dating someone around you. It's very important. It's very, very important to try to stick to your meeting times. You know, the partner can miss call. It will get the person worried. And even you guys are in the same area, in the same, and even you guys are in the same location or something, the person can easily rush down to check up on you. So always try. Another point is you make your communication count. Try to make your communication count. In a long distance relationship, it's very common to feel like you never get enough time to talk with your partner. It's so common. Like, even if you're on the phone for 100 hours, you seem not to have enough. You seem not to get enough. So you try you try to make the communication count. You try to focus your energy on making the most out of the communication. As you think of the things you share throughout the day, you jot them down so you remember them later to tell him or her. If you have something in your mind, you talk about it instead of letting it go unsaid. Instead of just swallowing it, instead of sweeping it under the carpet, you talk about it. Who knows? It might lead to other necessary conversations. Hello, Steven. You don't believe in long distance relationship, but it works. It works for some people. It works if you really want it to work, it will work. If you really want it to work, Steven, it will work. So that's what I know. I'm sure of that. Okay. Steven, are you married? Let's say you are married now and your wife is not with you. Would you, because you guys are not in the same state, I said that you're not marrying again. So you kind of find a way to make it work. It's working. Another thing is you don't neglect intimacy. This is for the married ones, so only for husband and wife, only for the married ones. You don't neglect intimacy. What it means that sexual intimacy is one of the key challenges in any long distance relationships. Long distance marriage, let me leave relationship aside. Long distance marriage, if you and your partner like meeting regularly, kind of try to find a way to balance things. You can always somehow connect intimately even from a distance. Another point is you share physical reminders of each other. You share physical reminder of each other. Yes, baby. No, is how to cope in a long distance relationship. That's the topic. I think it's on it. It's on the screen. It's how to cope in a long distance. How to cope in a long distance relationship. That's what we are discussing. So we've mentioned about 30 ways in which one can cope in long distance relationship and marriage. I think they are the same. So we've mentioned many. So this is why we say the next point is you share physical reminders of each other. Like your husband's belongings can carry lots of meaning. Your wife's belonging can mean a whole lot to you. You think of their toothbrush in the bathroom. You think of many things. Their clothes. This can help you to remember your partner's presence even when they are far away from you. So another thing you can do is when you go, you might purposely leave your trousers. You for a girl, you might purposely leave maybe your pants or bra or your skirt, whatever. All these things, when they bring it up, they will remember you. So you try to do something like this. Let's see how it goes. Then if you are still dating, you still do something like this. So another point is you spend time together when possible. Stephen, are you still there? Passion, go to Junior. Why is this? Go to Junior. Guys, so hope you guys are still there. If you are still here, help me drop high. Help me drop high. Nana, Guinea Kachi, OG. Lola, you still here? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's move to another activities to try. You go for a walk. You go for a walk together. You share a walk with your partner by taking on the phone while you spend time outside in your neighborhood. While you might be going to buy something, you take your phone along and you walk it down. So if possible, you do it while they are also taking a stroll. Like planning to do the same thing at the same time will actually mean a lot. It's it will mean a lot. Another point is you take up a hobby together. Your favorite, what you like doing. What you like doing was you take it up together. It can help you enjoy your conversation and promote realization. Things you can do together, you can cook, you can do baking, you can draw together, you can knit together, you can study together, you can do they are bound. There are many things you can do together. You can even do different things at the same time together. Have we mentioned planning a date night? Have you mentioned it? You can make the evening. You can make the evening feel so special by dressing. Are you guys still here? So we are on the. Are you guys still here? So the next point on how you can make your long distance relationship or how to keep it alive is make each other a part of family and friend gatherings. You make each other a part of family and friend gatherings. If you and your partner used to visit each other's friends and families for social gatherings, for holidays, for anniversary, or for any occasion, there is no reason why you can't continue to invite them to participate over a video chat. So it must not be just you and your partner alone. At some point you can invite a family friend or a family member to join. So that way it will make it lively, continuing to share special events or even casual hangouts helps maintain a sense of involvement in each other's lives. It also helps it also helps you to keep in touch with family and friends you might not see otherwise. Staying connected like this can be especially important if one partner lives alone in a new city. Yes, if one partner lives alone in a city, so that the person will not be bored, the person will not always be lonely. So the person will have one person from your side that visits sometimes. You just make sure that you invite, like you inform your partner or your friend that so and so person is will be coming to see you, or let the person inform him or her that he or she will be coming to visit. Another point is you do chores together. You doing chores together can be tiring, like washing clothes, doing the dishes, cleaning the toilets, and all that. So these chores can actually be something that you don't want to do. It can be, but when you are doing it together, you know it will just be fun. You don't know when you are through with them. You cannot come and help each other wash it because you guys are miles and miles and miles away. But talking while you work can make the chores seem less tiresome. It can make it. You might even want the this thing to remain so that you talk while you do. It will make it less tiresome. So another, I want us to. Hi guys, hope you guys are still here. Drop hi if you are still here. I would like us to look at things to avoid. Let's look at things to avoid, like any kind of relationship. Long distance bonds are not a one side fits all situation. It's not something that works for A must work for B and so on. What works for me might not work for you. So there are some things you should probably avoid doing in any kind of long distance relationship. Number one is you should avoid keeping feelings and emotions to yourself. Avoid keeping feelings and emotions to yourself. You proper Another thing you should avoid doing is don't try to have trust issue. Don't have trust issue. Another thing to avoid is conflict. You avoid conflict. Let me ask you guys, do long distance relationship work? Okay, bye, you're starving. Go find yourself something to eat. But you can still leave it running. Later you join. Alright, I will still be expecting you. Steven, you're still here, right? I said that you can still leave it running. Later you join when you are done eating. Or what do you want to eat? What are you going to have for dinner? Are you going to buy it or you are preparing it yourself? Okay. Another point is be slow to judge. You know, human beings can be so funny when we are separated, like when we are not together, when we are not able to see each other every day, when we are not seeing what each other is doing, when we are apart from one another, or we have limited exposure to a person, to our partner, we start to make all sorts of assumptions or judgments that are often either exaggerated or completely wrong. This can actually manifest itself in various ways within a long distance relationship. In some cases, people get unnecessarily jealous. They they begin to have irrational possessive because they think that their partner is doing something that they are not supposed to be doing. They might see they might see somebody on social media saying hello fine girl or hello fine boy. They'll be like, what the hell is that? Who the hell is that person? Can you tell me what you're doing with that person? Why would the person talk to you in that manner? Why would the person call you fine girl? Why would the person call you fine boy? Stuff like this. Why didn't you why didn't you tell the person that you have a fiancé, or you're hiding me or something like that? Stuff like that. So you just have to be slow to judge, because most times we tend to make wrong assumptions because we are not together. And in other cases, people become over too much critical, to the point where every small thing that goes wrong is a potential end to the relationship. Any little thing that goes wrong, you say, that's the end. Consider it the end. Once you walk out of that door, don't come back here again. So all those things, it did not pick up, you forgotten me, what were you doing? Or some go to opposite direction and start idolizing their partner as being perfect. After all, if your partner isn't in front of you all the day, every time, it's easy to forget all of the little bad bad parts of the person's personality that actually bothers you. And what will always be coming in your head is some kind perfect things. Guys, it's like we'll be ending this in the next 20 minutes. We'll be ending this in the next 20 minutes. Like we'll end it by 1. From my time, in the next 30 minutes we'll end it. Another another point is, make sure that the distance is temporary. Let it not go for years and years and years. You try as much as you can to make it temporary. A long distance relationship cannot really survive without hope. And if there is hope, there should be some possibility that the two of you involved will one day be together and achieve a happily home, a happy togetherness. So don't go about living for 10 years and 20 years. Remember, love is not really enough. You both need to have life visions that are aligned, share values, and mutual interests. If he's taking a 15-year contract working for the government or something, and you you check if we can actually stay for that long without always having your partner around. At some point, no matter how you love each other, if it's getting too long, it might begin to dwindle. Another point is, Guys, the cycle will soon end. Another point is you try to send each other mails. You send each other mails. Make it a point of duty. Make it a point of duty to send each other mails and get creative. You can also go on stargazing together. Sorry, I'm having cough. You can also go on stargazing together. I might repeat some of the things that I've said though. But just anyone, if I'm repeating, you help me point at it. You make plans for the future. In most cases, long distance is a temporary situation that will be resolved eventually. And if that's the scenario, make a timeline so so your partner will know. Make a timeline so your significant other knows that things are moving forward and that the time spent apart missing each other will be completely worth it. And if it is not temporary, just try to put some travel plans on the calendar so that two of you get to see each other from time to time. But we end in the next 25 minutes. Any question? Nana, any question? Okay, let's move on. Another point is you build a support network. Build a support network. Tempting as it may be to stay inside and become you make an effort to have new people around you. You make an effort to have some friends around you. No, don't go making plenty friends. One or two friends will do. You get your feelings off your chest. Another point is be comfortable with the trust and travel commitment. Another point is you keep chatting and talking about the way you both feel. So those are the things I can actually remember that would help one in a long distance relationship. And by adventure along the line, you think, yeah, you want out, you don't want again. I don't think cheating is the best way to go about it. Cheating is not just the best way to go about it. That is cheating. The trouble is, if you have a conscience, you're not going to feel the best about yourself if you even cheat. So if you think that you are tired, you better come out plain and you end it. You end it amicable rather than going about cheating. So if you are no longer happy in it, you be realistic. Be realistic. You just find a way to break the news. So and when to even end the relationship should also be done thoughtfully. It's not like if you want to end it and the person is writing exam, you end the relationship. How do you expect the person to feel? The person might end up failing the exam, or the person is on transit, you end relationship, or the person is sick, you end relationship. This is bad timing to end relationship. You just try to figure out the best time to end the relationship. If you think that it cannot work anymore, you can't stay in it. But what I know is that it works. Guys, we have 20 minutes left and I have something to I want to attend to. Maybe we'll be ending it now. I want to say thank you so much, guys, for coming to support me. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I do not take it for granted. I really appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, guys. Good night. Good night from this end, from this side. Thank you. See you again next time. Bye. Fine.